Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. DDK here. Today we're starting on another winter project here in the old shed. Going to be installing these custom dynamic low profile saddlebag lights. If you watched the previous videos, you know I've done a Hogworks tour pack quick detachable video. And I decided after pulling that off, I wanted to add some more lighting to the saddlebags for running lights, brake lights, and signal lights. Now I already have the filler lights that do the same thing. But if you know, kind of from the side angle, the bags kind of shield those filler lights. So I just want to be sure that people can see me when they're approaching me from behind, or if I'm going to make a turn, I want it to be very noticeable. So I decided to go with these low profile LEDs to add to the saddlebags. It's a plug and play. Don't think it's going to be real difficult, but let's get started on it. First thing I gotta do is pull this seat off. Put the screw back in so I don't lose it. And plug this battery tender. Okay, I've moved the camera a little closer to the bike so you can get a little better angle of the wiring harness that's on the bike. What we're going to be unplugging is the main wiring harness that comes right here to the left for your lighting. And you just push in and slide it out. And these wires here and these little quick connects are for the filler lights. And as you can see, those are not what you'd call plug and play, but that's a different story. All right, next thing we need to do is get the LED lights mounted to the saddlebags. It does come with directions. I would recommend reading through them, which I already have. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this surface with just alcohol. And I'll raise the bag up to do that. Now what you want to do is, of course, you can push down and you can see that the lid will still move a little bit. These don't move very much, but you press down on them really hard, you can see it is moving. So you want to make sure you allow for that movement when you place your new LED on there. What I'm just going to do is just kind of eyeball it. So I'm just going to leave just a little bit of a gap where that'll allow that, if you ever have to really pack your saddlebag full of stuff and have to press it down pretty hard, you just want to leave enough room to where it won't get damaged. And that looks like on that one right there, that's about a less than a 1/4 inch little gap. Should be more than sufficient. Yeah. Yeah, now, even pressing down, it gets close. Right in the lower part of the lid. It gets close, but it's not touching. And I don't think I'm ever going to be smashing down that hard on the lid. But even when I go down as hard as I can, it doesn't touch it. All right, I'll move over to the other side. Then I got to pull the bag off and attach the wiring to the back of the bag. Now in the kit from Custom Dynamics, you'll receive a little packet of these little zip tie mounts and a handful of zip ties. They send you 3 for each side. I actually have some of these, so I'm probably going to add 1 or 2 more in there just to hold that wire down to keep it from wind blowing it. I guess you could probably use tape. I don't know if I'd want to use tape. I'd be afraid it'd damage my paint. Hot glue. You could probably take a hot glue gun and drop some hot glue on there and just set the wire on it and put a little glue over it and give it about 30 seconds before you move your finger. And hot glue would just rub right off. I don't know how long it would stay on. It may not stay on very well. It may just fall off, but just a thought. But I'm just going to use a couple of extra of these little 3M zip tie mounts. So, and once again, you need to clean that with alcohol. But I left my cloth sitting over here. Now I know how Professional Monkey feels when he goes to talking about garage yoga. I'm getting too old to crawl around on the floor. Alright. Directions say put 1 underneath the saddlebag mounts and 1 right in the middle. But like I said, I think I'm going to add a couple more, so I'm going to clean this area a little bigger. I did have my reservations because I really didn't see anything talking about a quick disconnect. But there is a quick disconnect. So when you pull these bags off, when you pop this out, there's actually a plug here that's going to come down underneath your frame to plug into this. So you don't have to pull the seat off and then go all the way up into there and unplug it from under the seat to take your bag off. So that was a plus. I had my concerns about that. Because like I said, just looking at it on their website, it just didn't really say. Okay, let's get this back on the bike. Then we'll move on to the wiring harness on the bike. Okay, now we're back up here above the battery and under the seat. I unplugged this earlier. This is your wiring harness that come with the LEDs. Just plug it in. Then plug it back into the bike's wiring harness. Like so. That makes for a lot of wires, that's for sure. See if I can fold these around a little bit and straighten them up. Alright. This is the wire coming from the bag.
And you'll just plug in to this wire on the harness. This is the one for the other side. And at this point, we should have lights. I'm going to straighten this up a little bit, but before I check them. All right, we got them all installed now. And now you don't have, I was talking about maybe adding another one of those mounts. That would stick out like a turd in a punch bowl if you put one right there. So I opted not to do that. But let's see if we've got lights. Oh yes, we have running lights. Let's check the signal. Signal's working. Let's make sure the brake works with it. On the right side. Check brake. Yep. Let's try our hazard. Yes, I think that that'll definitely make it a little bit more noticeable when I don't have the tour pack on. You know, the tour pack has lights on the back of it, so that's when I don't have the tour pack on the back. I just wanted that little bit of extra security of having those saddlebag lights. Well, there you have it. Project number 5 winter projects down so far. This once again was Custom Dynamics low profile saddlebag lights. I've mentioned it before. I've not bought a product yet from Custom Dynamics that I felt was an inferior product. They make good products, and I have bought every single one of them, so it's not like anybody's giving me anything. I've bought all of these. But I appreciate everybody stopping in for a few minutes and watch me do some garage yoga, putting on some more LED lights. Everybody get out, go ride, be safe, have a good time. We'll see you. Thanks for watching.